Right now, I just have one property and I'm just a few payments shy of just paying principal. So at this point, I just keep making extra payments to accelerate that payoff, or is there other strategies I can implement? So if you could, just kind of give me some direction, I greatly appreciate it. And thank you. With that, I land my mic.
Oh, listen, there's definitely some strategies. And are you talking about a mortgage, Cherry?
Yes, I have a mortgage. I just have one property. I used to have an investment property, but lost that in a divorce.
Okay.
So
All right.
now I just have my one property, but I'm just a few payments shy of probably about maybe 3 months going into just principal now.
Okay. Now, let me ask you something about this. Was it a 30-year loan?
It was.
And how long have you had this mortgage?
So I've had this mortgage going on 16 years, but I've
16
always
years.
made like little extra payments, but I've never made like a whole extra payment. But
Gotcha.
maybe made like an extra $100 payment or $50.
And when you say a whole extra payment, how much money are you talking about?
So what they're asking me to pay. Yeah, so that's about, I think my mortgage is like $2,100. So sometimes I'll make, maybe $2,500 or, like I said, $30, whatever I have extra that I can afford to put toward it. I've done that.
So
Maybe
your
that's why
idea,
it's kind of whittled it down a little bit. I don't know.
right? So your idea of a whole extra payment is a full mortgage payment as extra.
Correct.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not correct. Somebody told you wrong.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It's way less than that. Way less. Are you able to go to a tablet or a computer to see what we're talking about?
You know what? I actually just stepped into the bank. So I'm just following you guys on my phone.
Oh, well, listen, this is a perfect place to be at the bank. Listen, I'm going to put this on the screen. All right. So tell me, how much was your mortgage at the beginning? It doesn't have to be exact. About how much was your mortgage when it first started? How much did you borrow?
So I borrowed $335,000.
Okay, good. $335,000. That's close enough. All right. And your interest rate?
So my interest rate right now is like 3.9.
So you've refinanced it?
You know what? I haven't refinanced it.
Okay, good.
I thought about doing that.
All right. Well, you don't have to, because you want to talk to us before refinancing, because when you're refinancing, all you have to do is ask yourself 2 questions and it will give you pause. Here's the 2 questions. If I'm saving money by refinancing, who has to be losing money? You can answer. Who has to be losing? Exactly. Is the bank ever in that situation?
Of course not.
Of course not. So let's find out what's in it for them when we refinance. And we may find out we may need to do something else. Okay. All right. So I've got here 335,000 at did you say 3.9% or 3%?
3.9.
3.9. Okay. Your principal and interest payment is $1,580.09. I'm just talking about the principal and interest. The taxes and insurance do not help you to pay down your loan. So if you have your taxes and insurance in there, all of a sudden, now people tell you to make a whole extra payment. You already know that that can't be true, because your payment includes taxes and insurance, which don't help you pay down the loan at all. Does that make sense? All right. Now we're going down and taking a look at the very first payment on this loan. And in that very first payment, $491.34 went to principal. That pays down the loan. The interest payment is $1,088.75. That does not pay down the loan. The interest money does not help you at all, does it?
No.
Okay. So if someone says you have to make a full payment and they mention your mortgage payment as principal and interest, well, that can't be true, because the interest has nothing to do with the money you borrowed. Here's what I mean. Mortgage has to do with the money you borrowed. You borrowed the money in the principal column. You did not borrow the money in the interest column, correct?
Correct.
So if you need to make a full extra payment, all you need to do is look at the principal part, not anything else.
Okay.
So here's what I mean. So I'm going back all the way to the first payment. Then we'll go down to where I think you are in your mortgage today. All right. So at the very first payment, $491.34 went to principal, $1,088.75 went to interest. Your principal payment on line 2 is $492.94. So if you're in, let's say you start this mortgage in January, to double up on your mortgage, you don't have to pay the whole thing. You just needed to pay an extra $492.94 to double up. Because that is the principal payment.
Did not know that.
Well, listen, that's why you're here. I believe in divine appointments as well. You are here for this reason. That's all you needed to do. And then if you did that on line 1, paid an extra $492.94, that would be your payment on line 2. Did you know the payment 2 disappears because of the $492.94? And you drop down to payment number 3 for February. And the $1,000 interest on line 2 is canceled and you never have to pay it.
Now, let me ask you, how do I see that? Do I look on my statement to see what that true principal is? Or I call them? Because I don't think I've ever noticed that.
Well, and the reason why you never noticed it is because they don't want you to know. Listen, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
All right, because you look very fashionable on your PTI, on your picture here, okay?
Thank you.
All right, so do you like to shop?
You know what? I used to like to shop, but then when I started realizing that money that, hold on one second.
Okay. All right, go right ahead. So I'm just going to talk. All right, folks, here's what I'm saying. When you're shopping, most people like to buy things on sale. And when they're buying them on sale, they don't like to pay retail. All right. When you buy something on sale and you got an armful of stuff and you go to pay for it, once you pay for it, they give you a receipt. And when you get that receipt, guess what? At the bottom of the receipt, they tell you how much money you saved. When you buy something on sale at the grocery store, at the bottom of the receipt, they tell you how much money you saved. To encourage you to come back and to buy something else on sale. Come back to our place. We'll take care of you. And we're going to post how much money you saved. When you pay extra on your mortgage or car loan or student loan or whatever loan, guess what they don't tell you? They don't tell you how much interest you saved. Now, if the grocery store can tell you, if the department store can tell you, why doesn't your banking institution tell you how much interest you saved? Miss Germaine, when you're ready, come on back in here because we got some more information for you. Just kind of flash your mic and tell us you're ready. I know you're doing your business. Listen, don't share this with the bank because they won't believe you.
But Don has some valuable information that can contribute to the quality of a person's life. And it only costs you a few dollars. It's his book. Why not get that?
I'm going to go through the P.I.L.L method myself with some of my investment properties. So I'm going to link up with Don, and then I'm going to sit down with him, show him my investment portfolio, and see how I can eliminate interest.